So this connection, I was like at that time kind of connected to this just food. And then a few days later, I walked into the place that I was renting, and I mentioned before it was an old Ferrari garage that was converted. Really beautiful. You know, as a tangent, a few years after the experience, I reconnected with the family that I had been renting from. And the matriarch, the woman, told me that she was empathic and she knew that I needed a place of healing for an awakening. Really interesting. She had like this power stone way out in the back of the property. Well, I walked into that room, my apartment that I was renting, and I had an orchid that I got at Whole Foods, and I had it on the windowsill. And I walked into the building and it stopped me dead in my tracks, and it just said to me, "Hi, nice to meet you. I now see that you're ready to meet me." It spoke to me as clear as day. It like tractor beamed to me and said that to me. So like that breath on the subway that I talked about in a previous video, it just kind of happened. I didn't really make more of it or less of it. I just, interesting, took note of it. And possibly like all awakenings, at that time I had brotherhood and sisterhood showing up. And one of my friends at the time, beautiful young man, his name is Brendan. We really connected, and he was a great friend. And he walked with me into the apartment maybe a week or two later. And the orchid stopped both of us. It stopped us dead in our tracks. The orchid was by the window. I walked into the building and I was over here. And he walked in after me and he was over here. So it was making a triangle between the orchid. It was sending out that same like tractor beam to me and to him. And then because we were both there, there was this connection between us. So suddenly we're all kind of caught in this tractor beam of a triangle. It wasn't saying anything, but it was sending out awareness and letting us know that it was alive. And it was vibrating. And by vibrating, I mean it felt like there was this tuning fork of resonance that was building up. And I'll try and, throughout this video, put some little graphics in so it makes sense, because at this point the world was very shapely, as they say. But whatever frequency it was sending out was coming into my ears or brain, and like a hourglass or sand time glass, it came in from both sides wide and then kind of went down into the middle of my head and then back out. So it'll make sense as I upload something. But the more we held that position, the more this like resonance was getting feedback back into itself. So it was amplifying to the point where my friend Brendan started to shake, and we were both kind of stuck where we were, and he fell to the ground. And when he fell, he broke that triangle and it all stopped. So I think from that, I learned that it reinforced what I was taught when I was in the Golden Archway, that life breathes into all things and all things breathe back into life. Plants are alive. And obviously there's like photosynthesis and they metabolize in their own way, but they're conscious. They're conscious. And also, this energy is, our bodies aren't, I think it takes work to build up to being able or ready to receive this energy and like synthesize it, because this tuning fork feeling, I kept feeling like I didn't have the physical or nutritional foundation to process this energy fully. So really interesting experience. I've carried that with me. I've seen auras a few times from trees since then, but I've never really had that experience again. I definitely miss it and long for that plant connection. But like all things, some things come and some things go, and that seems to have come and went. Beautiful to share though with another person.